Alright, so after unboxing this beautiful S26 Ultra in this shadow silver color, it is time to take a look at some budget-friendly cases. Now before we do that, I do want to answer a question that many of you ask in these videos. Will these cases turn yellow? Yes, they will. These are all budget-friendly cases made of TPU, which is basically plastic and is flexible. TPU stands for thermoplastic polyurethane. The more flexible a case, the faster it will yellow. That's why PU cases from brands like D brand don't yellow, because these are rigid and almost non-flexible due to the absence of thermoplastic. So if you do want a case that does not yellow, you will have to shell out more money for a premium brand. Now most of these cases except for Jetech are over $20 Canadian, which isn't exactly budget friendly, but they're still cheaper than premium brands. Now if you are a long-time viewer of the channel, you know that my picks are always Jetech, ESR, Spigen and Ringke. And if you're not a long-time viewer of the channel, consider subscribing right now. I'll have links for these cases in the description box down below, and with all that out of the way, let's get started with this video. Alright, so not a great start to the case video with the Ringke case, but hopefully ESR does better. We'll still weigh the Ringke case at the end just so we know what the weight is in case someone else gets a good batch and want to see what the weight is right now. Anyways, this is the flexibility of the ESR case. It is the frosted black finish, so I'm not sure if you have to worry about yellowing. But if I've used these kinds of cases in the past, let me know if these get yellow or not. Maybe not, but I'm curious actually. Anyways, this is how it fits around the phone. A bit snug, and it indeed does fit, so that's kudos to ESR. And this is how the frosted black finish looks with the silver shadow color of the S26 Ultra. Looks pretty dope. Yeah, and then since this is frosted, you don't have to worry about fingerprints or scratches, and that's also really good. Now the next thing we're taking a look at is the display protection, which you can see the display is well protected. The sides are raised, and then I also have a screen protector on, so even then there is quite a bit of a lip around the display. So you can easily put the phone facing down without having to worry about scratches on the screen protector or the display. Now with that, let's take a look at the camera protection. And as we've seen in the S26 video, that's how ESR likes to do their camera cutout. And it is also raised well enough to protect the camera lenses of the S26 Ultra. And then once again, this is the bottom cutout. That's for the S Pen, speaker and USB-C port. And these are also quite precise. Now another thing we need to take a look at with these cases is how the S Pen works, like how easy it is to take it out and put it back in. So usually people would hold the phone with their left hand and take the S Pen out, and as you can see, it is quite easy to do that. I'll do it once again, and yeah, quite easy. So there's plenty of space for you to take out the S Pen or put it back in, which is a good thing for these budget-friendly cases. Now the next thing to take a look at is the button clickiness. So the buttons are clicky. They don't sound as loud as the S26 did, but they're still tactile, as you can see, and the power button works as well. And that's great. And then the other thing we need to do with this case is the Magsafe strength test. So here we have the Casetify charger, and it is strong, but not as strong as I would like. This was the case with the S26 cases as well, so hopefully Jetech will be better. But it's not that bad, so there is some force required in case you want to remove the phone from the charger, which is good. The final thing we'll take a look at is how easy or tough it is to remove the case. And it is kind of tough, so that means the case does fit really nicely around the phone. Overall, this is a solid case. We'll take a look at the weight of this case at the end of this video. With that, let's move on to the next one. Alright, so the next case we are taking a look at is this one from Spigen. Now Spigen is probably one of the better known brands out of these budget ones we're taking a look at. And this is the flexibility test. And this one I have here is in the black side, so let's see how it looks with the silver color of the S26 Ultra. The case does feel snug around the phone, so that's good. And this, as you can see, is the clear finish, not the frosted one. I could not get the frosted one here in Canada, but I usually prefer that one because the clear one does show fingerprints, which I don't like. Now another thing to note is the fact that there's this magnet line thing that is kind of hindering or not showing off the Samsung logo, which isn't good. And I forgot to mention that's the case with the ESR as well. So not sure if you like that or not, but honestly the logo is barely visible either way, so I don't really mind that, but it's up to you. So the next thing we're taking a look at is the screen protection, and I do have a screen protector on, and even then I do have somewhat of a lip around the display, which is really good. So even if you put the phone facing down, the screen or the display or the screen protector will be protected in that case. Now taking a look at the camera cutout, we do have a nice cutout for the camera lenses and the ones on the sides as well. Not sure if you like this look or not, but it does not look that bad. There's also the raised camera cutout, which is there to protect the lenses, so that's really good. One thing I do want to mention is that with these black sides, the bezels of the phone do look quite a bit large just because of the illusion that these are also black. So maybe you won't like that, or you will, it's up to you, but did want to point that out. Now here is the bottom cutout. Does look very precise, and we'll take a look at the S Pen as well. So usually we hold the phone like this, and the S Pen is easily accessible, as you can see. So that's really good. So there's plenty of space to take out the S Pen or put it back in, which is really good. Now the other thing we have to take a look at is the button clickiness. Let me unlock the phone, and as you can see, the buttons are nice and clicky, more so than ESR, which is nice. And so is the power button. The power button also has some raised or ridges just to differentiate it from the volume button, which is actually really nice. Not sure if you can see that or not. Now the other thing left to do is the Magsafe test, and it's not bad, but it's not that good either. I would say it's slightly worse than ESR, which I wouldn't like because Spigen is more of a known brand name. But anyways, that's the case. Final thing to do is see how easy or tough it is to remove the case, and it is not that tough and not that easy, so kind of good. Now the final thing left to do actually is the weight of the case, which we'll do at the end of the video. With that, we have one case left, which is Jetech. Alright, so the final case we're taking a look at is this one from Jetech, which is the most budget friendly, I think at just $12 or $13. And if you've not seen the S26 video, this one performed exceptionally well. So I have high hopes from this one as well for the S26 Ultra. Looking at the flexibility, it is indeed flexible, more so than the other, so it will eventually get yellow, but it is also cheaper, so not really that bad. Taking a look at how well it fits around the phone, it does feel quite nice and feels snug around the phone. Now this is once again the clear finish, not the frosted one. I could not get that here in Canada. I think we have a shortage. But anyways, if you can, probably try to get the frosted finish. Now another thing to note is that it does not have that line of the Magsafe thing, magnets. So you can actually see the Samsung logo, which is kind of a positive in my book, but doesn't really matter to me that much. So there's that. Now the next thing is the display protection. So you can see even with a screen protector on, there's quite a bit of flip around the display, which means you can put the phone facing down and the display or the screen protector will be protected. Now this here is the camera cutout, and as you can see, the cameras are well protected. Each individual lens actually has the plastic or the case around it, which I think a lot of people like as well. So that's a positive in my book. And the camera cutout is also raised, so that's really good. And here we have the bottom cutouts, which also seem to be quite precise. And once again, we'll take a look at the S Pen functionality. And as you can see, it's quite easy to take out the S Pen and put it back in. So that is also quite good. Now the other thing to do is the button clickiness. and the buttons are clicky, tactile. There's also that sound that you can hear, so that's good. And here we have the power button. The power button does not have those ridges, so it's not differentiated, but I think that's not that bad. And then we have the Magsafe test. This one performed exceptionally well with the S26, so let's see how it does with the S26 Ultra. And right away I can feel it's the same as the S26, so it's stronger than the other 2 or 3 cases in this case. And as you can see, the Magsafe charger is just not coming off. That's how strong it is. And that's how cases should be. For a budget-friendly case, which is the cheapest one out of all of these, this has the best Magsafe strength. And I think this is the one I'm going to recommend. But we'll take a look at the weight of these cases as well right before I remove it. So quite easy to remove, but as long as you don't do it every day, I think this case should be fine on your phone. So the final thing to do is the weight of these cases, so let's get that done. Alright, the final thing left to do is weigh each of these cases, so let's see how they perform. Now the Ringke case did not fit the phone, but we'll still check the weight of this case, which is 36 grams. Then we have ESR, which is 38 grams. Then we have Spigen, which is 41 grams. And finally we have Jetech, which is 39 grams. So Ringke is the lightest of the bunch, Spigen is the heaviest. With all the factors combined, I would still recommend the Jetech case. It is the most budget friendly and has the best Magsafe strength, which I think matters a lot. And that's it for this video, guys. Let me know if you have any questions, subscribe, and I'll catch you all soon in the next one.